You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
All right. Hello, Internet. Welcome to another TADPOG. It's good.
Blah, blah, blah.
It never gets old.
TADPOG.
Couldn't let it go, man. We had a great thing. We had a great thing going. We got to keep
Seems to
that
be
going.
working for
Well,
us.
Let's
Yeah.
take that energy and roll into a cartoon draft part 2.
Yep.
Let's Tyler and Dave and Ian and also John play old games.
John's here.
I don't know what's been taken. I haven't listened to the last episode.
Today,
We'll let you know.
today
We'll go bang
Yeah.
every time you say one.
We'll throw shit at you.
today John and I are here in the official capacity of TADPOG IT. We
Yeah.
actually had to do IT stuff to get the internet working in the holodeck because it hasn't worked for months.
It works now.
It works now.
You did it.
Got a Band-Aid on it till we can get a more permanent solution in place, but hell yes.
Hell yeah.
We got internet out here. God, I felt like crippled. Felt handicapped, Dave, without internet in the studio. It's bothering me.
It's fixed now. It's all good. You feel better.
It's okay for me to dwell in the past for 5 minutes.
Walk. Been healed.
I have.
All right. Well, all that stuff happened, so we talked about doing all calls this week. All calls the age of Terrified Michelle, the era, the 30 call era that is Terrified Michelle. But first, cartoon draft part 2. You guys want to roll it into it, or do you have anything else to go over first? Because I know we're running starting late. So
Starting
No.
late. Gonna be a short episode.
Gonna be a
Let
short
everybody know
episode,
what I thought.
everybody. Bye.
Maybe not for everybody, but for me it will be. There may become a point where it's like, okay.
No, it's just Tyler, Ian, and John. Dave is going home. Now we're doing a short one tonight. No intros from me. I don't have anything to talk about.
Nah, my life is boring.
no snakes bit me, so I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Draft.
Cartoons.
So number 11, we'll go keep the same pattern we had. Dave, Ian, me, John.
And if you're listening and you're like, all these cartoons they're mentioning are shitty, go back and listen to the last episode.
We named 30.
These aren't going to be shitty, though.
So 10 more.
At least.
At least. Let me go fill out my little bracket here.
Now, John, every time you pick one that's already been picked by one of us, since you haven't listened to the previous episode, we're going to go real loud and scare you and the listener into
That's
potentially.
going to happen a lot.
Yeah.
I don't
I'll
actually
send
know
you
that
the-
many cartoons.
The Family Feud sound effect from Scott Pilgrim. Ian, you can
Ooh,
splice
yes,
in.
yes.
That Jack hates. He used to like Family Feud, then he heard that too many times, and now if I'm watching clips on TikTok and it comes up, he immediately covers his ears and runs out of the room the minute he hears a strike.
What about the ding?
He's down with the ding.
Down with the
It's
ding.
The strike. Strike he can't do.
So anytime you watch Family Feud, you have the mute button. Like it's like
every
real
time I try
close.
to-
So what you're saying is you're definitely, when he gets older, going to take your family and be on Family Feud just to see if adult Jack has a complete come apart at
Probably.
the buzzer sound.
Homie, I would love to see you guys on Family Feud. You guys should go on Family Feud. You
got plenty of people.
We have enough.
You have
a
family.
family
You got
for
a
you.
family.
We've got a
You got to
team.
bring in any aunts or uncles or nothing. Like,
Nope.
No,
it's
just
all
my
immediate
household.
family.
All right, Dave, number 11.
Number 11, I'm going to go with Venture Brothers.
Good pick.
That was one that I was kicking myself that I didn't say last week. Venture Brothers.
It's a good show.
It's an amazing show. Ian, number 11.
Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. This was the one with Iceman and Firestar. They ran around as a trio fighting crime because Spider-Man is just not good enough for the Fantastic Four.
When did that come out?
It was like in the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know there have been a lot of. I don't think I've seen any of that.
Is that the one
Yeah.
that the meme is from, where the Spider-Man are
no,
pointing
I
at
think
each
that
other?
one's from an earlier
Okay.
iteration of animated Spider-Man.
Dude, I love
Firestar was hot though. Damn.
like anytime the Human Torch show up in a Spider-Man comic was the best.
So
Like, the
fu-
banter between
Yeah.
him and Spider-Man were great.
Firestar was female Human Torch.
Okay.
Basically, and then Iceman was Iceman.
Bobby Drake, Iceman.
Bobby Drake
from the
Iceman.
X-Men?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
His name it was Bobby Drake.
Yeah.
I don't know I never really followed up. Like I was a kid, I just watched it because it was a superhero show, but I never
Sure.
really followed up as to why. Like, what was the deal? Like, how did y'all three end up together?
Right.
Kind of thing. But I love the show. And Iceman sliding around on the fucking ice of his, the ice slide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, that was my shit. Loved it.
Then for my 11, the real Ghostbusters.
Ooh, good pick.
Not the one with the gorilla.
Another one with the gorilla. I love the shit out of that cartoon. I
Man.
saw the cartoon before I ever saw the movie.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
the cartoon. I like the cartoon, but it always bugged me where it was like, why did they make the design decisions that they did? Like, why is Egon blonde? Like, why did you? Why,
I was
why did
Yeah.
I was shocked when I saw the movie. It's like he
Egon's
doesn't have
not
the
blonde.
blonde donut on his head.
I know.
Like,
I don't know. I guess they look
in the
too
movie.
similar.
It's kind of it's rough. The animation on that show. Is
Where's
kinda
Peter's mullet?
rough, too.
Right? Yeah. Where's Peter's hockey hair?
why don't they love Slimer a lot? He's their best
Yeah.
friend.
Oh, because the kids like him. Oh, because it's the one
Yeah.
character the kids love. Okay, I guess he's their pet.
Where's their huge tank and every? Yeah, so I remember being very confused.
I used to watch that, man. I get it.
Somebody's probably already taken Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
No.
Good pick.
I'm gonna take
That
that
is
one.
a good pick. Number one in the hood.
Yeah, shit.
My name is.
Yeah, coming out strong.
I'm going to go with another one that last week I was like, fuck. It was going to be on an honorable mention, but now it gets to go on the list. Gravity Falls.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
I haven't seen it, but I've done so much research into Bill Cipher because I think he's super interesting.
You
Oh
and
God,
Henry
watch that
both.
show.
Yeah. Man, Henry went on. He was like, because we used to watch this show together. I remember like 2 New Years ago, he was like, can I stay up till midnight? It's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, you want to just watch Gravity Falls until midnight? He's like,
Dude.
yeah, of course I do. It's like, all right.
That is one of the few cartoons that, like, when my kids are watching it, I'm fucking watching.
Dude, it's a
like,
gr- it's
such a
funny
good show,
and
it sucks
yeah.
that it's only like what was like two
seasons, maybe?
Yeah, no, I think it's
Maybe
just
3.
2.
Is it 2?
I think it's just 2. It was really short, and it's like,
Yeah,
man,
it
it's
is-
such
it is
a
really
good
short.
show.
Yeah.
Like, I want more.
Tanya watches that with Cohen.
It's so good.
It's a
I
great
love it,
show.
yeah.
It's one of those where I
She was
think
telling me all about it. I haven't seen it, but I've heard good things.
I saw an infographic on Data is Beautiful on Reddit, and it was it was the popularity of the name Mabel over the years, and it was like super low all the way, like it was high in like the 20s and 30s, and then it
Right.
just dipped like down to nothing, and then it was like. It had a little arrow that said Gravity Falls premieres, and then it's boom, just through the fucking stratosphere.
Only
and like
strangers
all
in the
the
building.
all the little blocks that went up
Only murders in the
had
building.
her image in them.
that's awesome. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's a great show. I was thinking about all the shows because last week I wasn't thinking about the shows that I've watched with Henry because we've watched a lot of
Yeah.
cartoons together. So that one for sure. That's like top of our list.
That is a great cartoon.
Oh, is it my turn?
What
It
you got,
is.
Ian?
Super Friends.
Super Friends.
Loved Super Friends.
Patchy Chief like a motherfucker.
Apache Chief.
See?
They would like name them off in the beginning of that show, like one by Superman, Batman and Robin, Wonder Woman, and then they would get to Apache Chief, and the guy would be like, Apache Chief. He wasn't gonna leave. He was gonna give Apache Chief his due.
Yeah.
Apache Chief he was underrated. That dude.
I don't know.
You don't know what
anything about-
Apache
I
Chief
never
could
saw
do?
Super Friends. Like,
Apache Chief could grow to like the size of like a building.
Oh, shit.
And stomp
Okay.
on shit. He was like Ant-Man when Ant-Man goes big. That's what
Yeah.
Apache Chief could do. Only didn't have to use fucking
yeah,
a suit.
yeah.
Pym particles.
Okay.
He's PIM particles.
PIM
He could just
particles.
do that shit.
Wasn't technologically based.
But I never have been able to say Apache Chief without doing it like that because it just burned into my memory.
Well, you saying that has now changed what I was gonna take. Because Apache Chief is on my favorite episode of this cartoon, Harvey Birdman,
Birdman.
attorney at law.
Nice.
So I'm gonna snatch that up.
That's a
God
good-
damn,
that's
that
a
is a good
good one.
episode.
That's a good pick.
Apache Chief cannot grow down there.
God, that is awesome.
Because I think, like a fast food company spills coffee in his lap, and then he can't get a boner anymore, so he gets Harvey Birdman to represent him.
That's good
That
shit.
sounds amazing.
John.
C-Lab 2020.
C-Lab.
Got it,
2020.
We got one.
That
All
was
right,
that was
all
on
right.
my list.
Man, I forgot about C-Lab. That was a great show.
That really
Yeah, it
was,
was.
man. It was so ridiculous and hilarious.
Yes. My next pick is The Amazing World of Gumball.
Nice.
Oh, that
Gumball's
is
good too.
Dude, that is a funny show. Like,
Yeah, and the animation, it's all smashed together. I love that.
it's real. It's strange because they use all these actual real world elements
Uh-huh.
in the animation. So, like, there'll be like real life pictures of stuff in the
Yep.
backgrounds. You know,
And then they'll do some CG stuff mixed with like all these different styles of animation. That's another one that Henry and we jammed on for a minute.
Ian.
Oh. Here he comes. Here comes Speed Racer.
Yep,
He's
there
a
you go.
demon.
I thought we were
on
saving
wheels.
anime for another episode.
Oh, that's right. We were.
I don't think it can. I mean, it is anime, but it was totally repurposed and like redubbed for
Yeah,
American
I did
audiences.
forget.
I was just giving you a little
It-
shit.
I did
You
forget
gave
about
me
that, though.
Avatar. We'll give you Speed Racer.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a
'cause
Saturday morning.
We just
That's like
cannot-
that's like a keystone.
That's
we do
anime I
anime-
watched when I was a child. I mean, that I didn't think of it as anime then,
Right,
and
sure.
I kind of don't
Yeah,
still.
I was
you know?
honestly just fucking with you.
Oh, I
That's-
know,
yeah.
but you're right. We did say we were going to save anime, but if you're willing to give me a pass, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, totally.
I'm picking this because it's a fucking force of nature in my house. Although I haven't really watched it, but it's all there are
Coco
stickers.
Melon.
There, I mean, you're close. There are stickers. There are books. All the kids talk about it from Anna down to Kenna. They're all fucking obsessed with Bluey.
Oh yeah,
So I will
Yeah,
claim
Bluey's a good
Bluey.
yeah.
show.
Bluey's a legit show.
yeah. Bluey has one of my favorite fucking scenes in anything really, and it's when Bluey's dad comes in, like he comes in from work and he just like flops down on the couch, and like Bluey and what is this her sister or
Is
whatever.
it Huey, Dewey, or Louie?
I can't remember. But like they're running around like crazy, like, Daddy, play with us, and he's like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, as long as I don't have to like move anything or talk, I'll play with you, no problem. And I was just like, that's some real shit right there.
Bluey's a good show. Henry never got into it. I don't
Really?
know. I don't know why, but yeah, I think it was a little too. I think it was a little too touchy feely.
Yeah,
him,
I can
honestly.
see that.
Which I mean, I'm down for, but no, he's.
There's this YouTuber that Charlie watches, and I was watching a video with him one time, and the dude like goes on this tangent about Bluey, like, and he's just like, "Let me explain to you how an 11-minute Bluey episode made me cry
Right.
as a grown man."
Yeah, was it the death one? There's a really. There's a
I
really
can't remember
good
exactly
episode
what
on-
all
on
happened,
death.
but it went through like just it's just all over the map.
Yeah.
It's like emotionally.
Yeah, Bluey's good. It's a good pick.
So Adventure Time.
We haven't done
That
Adventure
has not
Time.
been picked yet.
I'm gonna take that one.
That's a great
It's a
show.
fucking weird show, but I do like it. I
it's
do
a
like
fantastic show.
it. It's funny. Like my kids watched it, and I watched it for the most part with them.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that the place I was watching it didn't have all of it. So the place ended up getting it later. And so like I just recently watched
I don't
the
know
end
why it
of
took me so long to understand what the place was. What fucking place? Oh.
Like,
the place.
So
That
so
place.
even my kids had never seen the end of it, and I hadn't seen the end of it. I sat down and watched it with them. It was like the last 4 episodes or whatever were done as a special.
Mm-hmm.
And so we watched that special, and I was just like, oh, that was really fucking good.
Yeah, Adventure Time does like a really good job of like introducing the lore, and it's like when you, because in the beginning it's just kind of like, oh, this is just some crazy bullshit, and then then like as you watch more of it, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, I see, oh wow,
Yeah, it was really
there's some
good.
lore to this.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. I think
It gets
that's-
deep.
Yeah, yes, it does.
Dave?
I'm gonna go with regular show.
I was trying to remember the name of
Man,
that show. I was
Mordecai and Rigby.
Yes.
dude. Fuck, man. We went on such a regular show bender in our house because all 3 of us loved it. And
Yeah.
it was just like, it became a thing where it's just like, and it's great because I enjoy, to me, it's like, I recognize this as stoner humor.
Oh, yeah.
To Henry, it's like, this is just silly.
That's what makes shit like that so
I know.
good. Same with Adventure Time and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They're totally going for the stoners, but the kids love it.
Yeah.
And they
Binging
don't
with-
know why.
Binging with Babish's
different
series on regular show food is really good, where
Really?
he recreates a bunch of their dishes and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really
all right.
good. Ian.
My next pick is a bit obscure. The Dukes.
The Dukes. Is this an
Dukes.
animated Dukes of
Dukes of
Hazzard?
Hazzard?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
I didn't know that
Shit.
existed.
One season on set.
We
CBS.
said no anime.
Was it?
Oh, that would be amazing.
Actually,
You do not anger Boss Hog-sama.
Luke's on.
Oh, God, I wish somebody would do
We'd have
that.
a Japanese flag on top of the General Lee. Only it would be like the General
World War
So.
II.
The car is going to be the General
General
So.
So.
I mean, it's not
Okay.
Chinese, but
The Admiral Yamato.
Okay, if white people were to make it, it'd be the General So.
Yes, right.
exactly. It was on one season on CBS Saturday morning, but I fucking was so excited because I loved the Dukes of
You
Hazzard.
get away from Daisy Chan.
I was so excited when they made a cartoon of it, and I loved it. It was terrible, but I loved the Dukes. Every Saturday morning, that was my jam.
That's funny. I didn't know that existed.
Most don't. I mean, it was. I had to look it up to get the right title because I was going to say the animated Dukes of Hazzard. This show is on from February 5th to October 29th, 1983. So yeah, it predates just about everybody
Me.
in the room.
I was 2.
Well, you weren't watching the Dukes when you were 2, were you?
Nah, pretty much just. I don't know what the fuck I was watching when I was 2. We didn't have cable, so there's no telling.
Same. Yeah, that's like a lot of my picks are going to be like more current cartoons just because if it didn't come on 3, 6, or 12, or 23 if I turned the antenna.
Fox. Yeah.
Yeah, I could get 23,
that
but I
feel.
had to sacrifice ABC to get Fox. So.
In the 80s, it was just KBSI because
Yep.
there
Yeah.
was no
Right.
Fox.
Yeah.
It was before it was Fox. It was what was that weird? There was, oh my God! It wasn't Paramount. It was fuck, it was something else. It was some other network
Gosh, you stumped me on that
before it
one.
went to Fox, before Fox bought them.
Well, I know it wasn't like the CW or the WB. No, those were all their own
That was
channel.
later.
They were their own, like, there was another, like, broadcast of that later.
That's going to drive me insane.
KBSI was just
It's
a
going to drive me
local
insane. Yeah.
thing. They didn't have an affiliation until Fox came along. I'm almost positive. But
okay.
we'll have to look. We'll have to look because maybe I'm wrong.
But yeah, like if it didn't come on one of those, and that meant you're limited to Saturday mornings
Yep.
because, there was no like cable cartoon networks or anything. It was just, Saturday morning cartoons is all you got.
Yeah, and even when when we got cable, there still didn't seem like there was a lot of cartoons.
Yeah,
you
unless
know what
you
I
had
mean?
like Disney Channel or something, but then you're only getting Disney cartoons.
Right, and a lot of them,
USA.
and that cost extra too, because Disney
yeah, I'm
wasn't
sure it
Disney like
did.
one of the premium channels.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure
Probably.
that it was because they used to run the free. Like, hey, it's a free weekend at Disney
Yeah.
Channel, and my parents buy a bunch of videotapes. So like, you record all of it, record all of it, make it last.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. I remember recording movies off of network television. And
Oh,
you're
yeah.
just,
Editing
you're just
the
sitting there with the
commercials out.
pause button. It's like stop that recording.
Yeah.
All right. Is it going to come on after this one? Is it this one? Nope. No, it's the next one. All right. Maybe this one. That's the one. Shit.
You'd
Yeah,
wait
and
for
you
the
catch
really
like
the longer black screen
Black
pause.
screen.
It's like, oh, that's it.
like if you missed, you would lose like 5 seconds. So just
For my next pick, I will channel 1 Princess Consuela Banana Hammock Taryn Landon,
Louisville
to
correspondent.
and sing the theme
Friends, the
song.
animated theme.
David the Gnome.
Okay,
All right.
so
like Swift the Fox.
I'm sure this one's been taken, but Bob's Burgers.
It has. Tyler took
Okay.
that one.
Steven Universe.
Okay, there
Steven
you go.
Universe. Good one.
Worst character in WB Multiverses.
Oh, really?
I hate it.
Steven?
Yeah.
You're the
Hated
Shield?
playing with him. Yeah.
I never got into Steven Universe. That's
Really?
that's one that we just kind of.
My kids got real into it, so I watched a lot of it by proxy.
That makes sense. If Henry had gotten into it, I'm sure I would have watched it. But we were both like kind of on that one
Yeah.
because we were already like in so deep on a lot of them.
Where did
Oh, I
that
get
one
it.
come on?
Cartoon Network.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Day 15.
So we're getting to 20.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Cool. All right.
I don't know that many cartoons.
I'll go with BoJack Horseman.
Damn, dog. Damn.
Damn, dog.
BoJack is fucking amazing.
Yeah, BoJack's great. I feel like you guys, or you especially, Tyler, got a lot of, both between the two, you got a lot of like the really good adult animated series. So I got to
Man,
get one.
yeah, I'm jealous you claimed that one. BoJack is, man.
It's a great
prime.
show.
My next pick is, I don't think we picked this one. If we have, buzz me. Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling.
I think that was like a second round draft picky.
Was it? That's my pick. Unless it's been picked.
I remember.
Can you, what's the premise of the show?
I'll read it to you.
Okay, I really want to know. Obviously, Hulk Hogan is the main character.
Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling is an American animated television series that originally aired on CBS, probably right before Dukes of
Dukes.
Hazzard. The Dukes. It was in 1985. Saturday mornings from September 14th, 1985 to October 18th, 1986, with reruns airing until June 27th, 1987. Let's see.
Did he like solve crimes?
So Hulk Hogan, let's see here. Hulk Hogan was the leader of the Faces, or good guys, heroes or protagonists, and Roddy Piper was the leader of the heels, or the bad guys, villains or antagonists. Featured such wrestlers as Junkyard Dog, Captain Lou Albano, Andre the Giant, Wendy Richter, Jimmy, Superfly Snuka, Hillbilly Jim, and Tito Santana. And then in the heels, it was the Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov, Fabulous Moolah, Big John Studd, Mr. Fuji, Bobby the Brain Heenan and Mean Gene Okerlund appeared as well. I think they just have, it's like sort of episodic. They just sort of have things that happen. Like, for example, in episode 3, Hulk and friends decide to clean Mean Gene Okerlund's new house for him, and Andre the Giant tries to impress his visiting mother by pretending that he is a chef instead of a wrestler. Episode 6, The Wrestler's New Clothes. Andre does not have anything to wear to Wendy's high school reunion, so they use a tent to make him an outfit. Junkyard Dog, Wendy, and Tito are leading a scout troop, but one of the members is Moolah's troublemaking niece.
Is this the show where they didn't get to voice themselves so that they didn't get paid?
Good question.
I bet you're right.
Because there was a big deal about that and McMahon on some shit.
That guy.
Because
is
he owned their
such a
image.
piece of
He owned
shit.
their he owned the characters, so they didn't have to voice them. They could get someone else and pay him a lot less money to do it.
Yeah, voices of Brad Garrett. I think
Brad
I
Garrett?
think Brad Garrett voiced
Ray's
Hulk Hogan.
brother?
Yes. Charles Adler, Louis Arquette, James Avery, Jody Carlisle, George
James Avery?
DiCenzo.
Uncle Phil?
Shredder.
Is that really?
Yes.
Oh shit.
There's a few others I don't recognize.
He was a Klingon on Star Trek once.
Cool.
Yeah,
I like
Uncle Phil
that.
on Star Trek Enterprise.
And I mean,
It could be argued he was a Klingon in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I mean, I wouldn't fuck with him.
Throw Jazzy Jeff out there.
Lucille has bat left.
Andy Happy Grave Jeffrey is on there too.
My bat left.
Uncle Phil, what are you doing?
Screws it together, hands it to him.
one more episode.
I will drink the blood of my enemies.
Episode 6 of season 2, Ballet Buffoons, features the story is Nikolai Volkov's ballerina sister gets injured, so he must replace her on stage. Hulk and Roddy Piper compete with their versions of music in a charity concert that Hulk is raising money for a new gymnasium in Hulk's high school.
All right.
I can't hear Roddy Piper's name and not think of They Live.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just
One of the
every fucking time.
That's all I've seen him in, really. Well,
And wrestling.
and no, not wrestling. What else? He
I
was in
saw a
another
little
movie.
bit of him in wrestling. Like I remember Andre the Giant and Hulk and those guys and Rowdy and Macho Man.
There's a really good documentary about Randy, about Roddy Piper that you should check out. I have to look it up to see what the title is, but he was a really interesting dude. But yeah, Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling is my next pick.
Okay.
My next one would be Garfield and Friends.
That's on my
Oh
list.
my goodness! Can't believe I forgot about Garfield.
And I think, even though it's Garfield and Friends, I do think U.S. Acres is, I would consider that a separate show.
I agree.
So I'm not claiming both of those.
I don't
Only
know that I've
Garfield
ever
and
seen
Friends.
U.S. Acres.
But
I
it's
don't-
Garfield and Friends. I think the and Friends is U.S. Acres.
I mean,
I think you get both of them,
Think you get
honestly.
both?
Yeah, because I'm never like, when I was a kid, I was like, I'm going to watch U.S. Acres and then wait till like 3:45. You know?
and I liked U.S. Acres, but it wasn't Garfield.
Right.
But
Yeah, I'm the same. I think it's all one show. That's a 30-minute
It
block.
was a
man.
separate
I think
comic.
Okay.
It was a separate comic,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ian?
Oh, I think it's me.
Oh, I'm sorry,
It's
John. John.
I'm having to like pick several because I'm afraid they're going to be taken. Anybody get Boondocks?
Damn it.
No,
No.
and I thought that-
right.
Fuck.
That was going to be your first pick. I was surprised that it.
Yeah, it should have been,
No,
to be
no.
honest.
Aqua Teen, I can totally see that being your first pick.
I do really like that
God,
show.
Boondocks
It's
is
such
so
a
but
fucking
Boondocks
show.
is like, they're,
Man.
when I think of Boondocks, I think of you.
Oh, right.
Because
I like
I know how much you love that show.
I did
yeah.
love that
It
show.
is.
a lot.
God,
Aaron
Aaron
Magruder,
Magruder is a genius.
my man.
Yeah. Dave, number 16.
Muppet Babies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Muppet Babies, man, really was. I remember seeing the Star Wars episode of Muppet Babies where they do episode 4 in a 30-minute episode of Muppet Babies with the Muppet Babies playing the different characters, and Gonzo was Darth Vader. I remember seeing that before seeing Star Wars.
Yes.
So, like, I didn't know I knew they were referencing Star Wars, right? But I didn't know, like, exactly what they were doing until a few years later when I saw the movie.
Ian, 16.
American Dad.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
surprised that one
Yep.
didn't get picked.
I thought about
too.
it. It's on my short list.
I'm guessing Family Guy's.
Family Guy's
Family Guy's
Yeah.
been taken.
I figured. American Dad is a close second, man. In my opinion, it might be better actually. now
It's a
that I
great
think about
show.
it. I've watched a lot of that show.
Yeah, me too.
It's like Family Guy though. Like I haven't watched it in a while, so I have. I know they're
Same.
still making it, and I'm sure it's probably still good. I just haven't watched it in a super long time.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I haven't seen an episode of South Park
Nope. Yeah, me
in
neither.
probably 6 years.
That's mostly, I think, due to the fact that I'm not ready for my kids to watch any of those shows.
Right. Yeah, Henry watches this South Park like on YouTube. Like there's this show that's like obviously pulling it, and it's like it's a kid show.
It's kid friendly.
But it's kind of like, man, you guys are like, this feels really fucking wrong.
It's the kids' bought version of South Park. Where it's
yeah,
just-
yeah. Where it's obvious, or it's like, okay, well, this character is Cartman, but a little bit different. Doesn't say suck on my balls as much.
So my 16 will be okay. I think everyone will acknowledge it probably has the most toxic fandom.
I know.
And of
I
course-
know.
yeah,
what
and of
show
course,
you're
its
thinking.
lead has been embroidered a ton of controversy. But what I saw of the show, I mean, there's a reason it had a huge following. It's a good show. I hope they replace Justin Roiland with that guy on TikTok who sounds just fucking like him. But Rick and Morty.
It's hard.
a good show.
It's a good
I mean,
show.
yeah.
It's hard to hate on it because it is a good show.
John, 16.
Futurama? Yeah, I figured. I knew. I knew
Dave
it.
got that
I knew
one.
that was a long shot. Daria.
No,
No.
There you go. We got Beavis
Shit.
and Butthead, but not Daria.
Yep.
I did watch a lot of Daria.
Which I do think is superior to Beavis and Butthead, but I claim Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Dave, 17.
Animaniacs.
Oh wow!
I had that one next. I was going back and forth
I am-
between those two.
Shocked that we haven't gotten Animaniacs.
Yeah, it's
yet.
wild.
Crazy. It's number 17.
Animaniacs.
Have you seen like the newer when they re-released
Yeah.
it? Yeah, man, those are so good.
I know, right?
They're
really
so
are.
good.
We talked about them on the show. For
Yeah.
a bit. It's been a bit though.
Yeah, they're really good. They're like, I wouldn't say better than they deserve to be because they deserve to be good, but surprising. They were surprisingly good.
Ian, 17.
Thundar the Barbarian. Thundar the Barbarian.
Yeah, you got me on that one.
Well, let me tell you a little something about Thundar the Barbarian, Tyler. It used to come on in the USA to Cartoon Express. Right?
Food Express.
Thundar the Barbarian is set in the future, 3,900 year 3994. Post-apocalyptic wasteland of Earth divided into kingdoms and territories, the majority of which are ruled by wizards, and whose ruins typically feature recognizable geographical features from the United States, such as New York City, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Seattle, the Badlands, blah, blah, blah. Other episodes with recognizable settings are set outside the United States, including Mexico, London, the UK. The hero, Thundar, a muscular warrior, and companions Princess Ariel and formidable young sorceress and Ukla the Mock.
I'm sorry, did you say Ukla the Mock?
Ukla the Mock, a mighty lion-like biped.
Narful the Garthox.
Travel the world on horseback, fighting injustice. Their main adversaries are evil wizards who combine magical spells with reanimating technologies from pre-catastrophe world Some of these malevolent wizards enlist the service of certain mutant species to do their bidding. It's my first sort of intro to like the idea of a post-apocalyptic world, and I loved it. It was a good show for me.
Fair.
That's one I've never seen.
1983 again. It was on for 3 years, from 81 to 83.
I hear people talking about this one a lot. I've never seen it, but Thunder the Barbarian, like I've heard that in passing so many times in my life, and been like, is that a video game or?
It's a weird little show that like never really kind of. It doesn't have a big following. It's just one of those things I very distinctly remember watching. It was actually on ABC, not USA. I think they might have showed it on USA in like reruns,
like in syndication or something.
Syndication, because I don't remember watching it on ABC. I'm almost positive it was on USA Network at some point. But anyway, that's my, what was that, 17?
17.
All right.
My 17 was a very short-lived show. I loved it. I bought it on DVD when it finally came out. Years later, I bought the supplementary text 20 years ago as Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, yes. I watched that a lot.
Not what I thought it was going to be.
Well,
interesting.
I watched that one a lot. I loved it.
I don't think I ever saw
very, like, thematic to the actual system.
It really...
Like, when you see Venger actually cast spells you can find in the player's handbook, and they have the same effect. When there was some usurper that he casts Imprison on, and the sphere comes up and drags him into the ground and shit.
I thought you were going to say, like, when someone runs up with a sword, they have to, like, subtract from 20 and, like...
Hold on. Forgot my modifiers.
You would think a sword would do more damage than that.
He hit him, right?
Glancing blows.
He hit
Glancing
him
blows.
with the sharp part of the sword. That's it?
It represents their endurance, and the actual hit that kills them is the one that hits.
All right. Transformers?
Yep. Ian's number
Robot.
5.
I figured if anybody had
My
it,
number
it'd be you.
5.
This is kind of a sentimental one, but Charlie Brown.
Hey,
Okay, there you go.
Charlie Brown.
I mostly just remember the
I know
specials.
you were. I know you were into Charlie Brown. You've always got Snoopy as your
Yeah.
avatar on things.
What's your favorite Peanut special?
That's tough, man.
I know.
I mean, probably the Great
You a Great Pumpkin guy?
Great
Yeah,
Pumpkin,
me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Great Pumpkin's the only one that wasn't kind of sad or depressing. I mean, because Charlie Brown was kind of a sad, depressed
Oh, yeah.
kid.
Yeah, he was.
Great
They'd have
Pumpkin,
had Charlie Brown on drugs today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
There's not a Halloween that goes by that I don't think of. I got a rock.
Or that sad little Christmas tree from the
Oh yeah,
Christmas special.
totally. God, we'd reference that every year in my house. Yeah, when
I want to
was a kid.
get one
Same.
of those. Like you see them for
Yeah,
sale
sure.
every now and then. It's just the two wooden things at the
Yep.
bottom crossed.
I think that's more than enough Christmas tree.
I saw our friend.
Oh, he was there.
I saw our friend.
Our mouse.
Yep, scurry under the padding there.
Aw, welcome back, mouse
I
friend.
haven't seen him in a minute. 18, Dave.
Tiny Toons.
Good
Go
one.
Tiny
Fair.
Toons.
My goodness.
Steven
This is a
Spielberg
solid
joint.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big deal, man. I remember like
Oh, fuck yeah.
my
it was.
parents talking about Tiny Toons because they saw it on like 2020 or something, you know, and it's like, and then they watched like the first couple episodes, and then I think my dad was like, "That's enough of that for me." But I kept watching it.
Every time Tanya and I get into an elevator, we still say, I want to push it again. I want to push it again.
I think I've done it before, but a regretful recall that I still have frequently is watching an episode of Tiny Toons about Buster dancing. And I thought his dancing was funny. So whenever it came time for me to dance in like middle school, I danced like Buster Bunny, which is not the way to do it. Because they even made fun of him in the show, but it went over my head.
You were a Buster dancing supporter,
Yeah, very much of just flailing your body around.
kind of like Elaine.
Yeah, worse than little hand punches and little kicks. Ian, 18. Or John, what you have?
Oh, I thought you.
It's my turn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm just like troubled trying to think of one.
Did we say Inspector Gadget?
We made a joke about
we
it.
joked about it.
Well,
but
then
no
I'm
one
asking. I'm
actually claimed
taking
it.
Inspector Gadget. That was a great show.
Yeah, good one.
Dum-ba-dum-ba-dum.
Next one, old one, didn't last very long. I loved the crossover with the future version of him, Mega Man.
Okay.
Mega
Nice.
Man. And then when Mega Man X showed up, it was a badass episode.
I never saw any of that.
Oh man, I fucking love the Mega Man cartoons. Because it was classic. Like most of the time, it was just the Mega Man 1 villains, like Primary, Dr. Wily, Cutman, and Gutsman. That was pretty much who was in every episode. Occasionally, you might see Pharaoh Man or Snake Man, and eventually, I was very surprised whenever there's like an explosion and Vile and Spark Mandrill come out.
Wow.
And Mega Man like.
No
Can't-
Boomer Quanger?
No, Boomerang Quanger. He can't damage them. He's like, what am I supposed to do? They just kick his ass. And then Mega Man X shows up as like, oh, your technology's so outdated, and gives him an evolved buster that he can hurt them with it. So, good shit. I love Mega Man.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds cool.
I know you probably got G.I. Joe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you probably got Thundercats too, right?
Yeah.
You're just going down. 5 Transformers, 4 G.I. Joe, 3 Thundercats.
Thundercats was my number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta make sure. I don't know.
G.I. Joe 4, Transformers 5, Flintstones 6, King of the Hill 7.
Damn it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the other
I
show
fucking knew that was not gonna be on the table.
He-Man number 8.
Damn.
Smurfs number 9.
Thanks
Hey,
for
Arnold.
taking my whole
Hey
childhood.
Arnold. was number 10. You weren't here last
Yeah, you
week.
should have hung out last week,
I know,
man.
right? Yeah.
Hey Arnold was my number 10. There, you got
All
my
right.
list.
Phineas and Ferb.
Nah, that has not been
Okay.
picked.
I'm taking
Good
that
show.
one. I'm taking that one. I do like that show a lot. It's funny.
Gave me an idea.
Oh no.
Dave, 19.
19. I will go ahead and use the one that I thought you were talking about, where it had like one season and it was like hard to find, hard to
You're
watch.
probably about to claim my 19.
And it's Clerks.
Oh, no. Shit, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Wow.
think about Clerks. God damn it. That's good.
Clerks, the animated series.
Wow, I'd forgotten that was ever a thing.
Which I
Yeah,
think Kevin Smith is tired of
good.
hearing about, like at Q&As, because I don't think he had anything to do with it. So he always
Oh, that makes
has
sense.
to like. I mean, he likes it, but he's always like, I can't take any credit on that because that was all this guy.
I wish I would have thought about that, but that was apparently not part of my memory for a minute.
Yeah, they
even though
use
I
it-
still think, who is driving? Bears
They're
driving.
driving. How could this be? Yeah, they use a lot of words that you probably wouldn't see in cartoons nowadays. Someone might call them slurs.
Yeah. That tracks.
Ian, 19.
Has anyone picked Dexter's Laboratory yet?
No.
It's on my short list.
Give me
no.
That was the idea I got from your pick.
I
Dexter's
get it.
Laboratory's
Yeah,
fucking
they're
great.
right there. Yeah.
My 19 falls in the same vein as Dungeons and Dragons and Mega Man with The Legend of Zelda.
Oh, yes.
Excuse me.
Princess. Yeah.
God.
Fuck yeah.
That accounts for literally half of that show.
Yep.
You can watch the cut on YouTube.
Compilation's fucking ridiculous.
My kids
That
got
Steve Martin joke was good. Let's base half of our show on it.
Yeah, my kids got super into watching, like for a very short period of time, they got really into watching the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. And at the end of every fucking episode, everyone was a like at least 2-minute long like commercial for the Legend of Zelda cartoon.
Oh.
So like
So
I
is that your
just
pick for
saw
your
that
19?
commercial over and over and over again. Oh, nobody's got
No
the
one's
Super
got
Mario
it.
Brothers
Nope.
Super
Nope.
Show. I was gonna go with. Did anybody get the X-Men cartoon?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got that one.
I figured. Teen Titans, but not
No.
like the current Teen Titans. It's like bordering on anime. I mean,
Dude,
it's not.
Teen Titans.
Do you know the one I'm?
Great.
Yeah.
The funny one?
show.
No.
Okay, the not funny one.
I mean, it's got jokes, but
Not the
but
one-
not
not-
the
right.
slapstick
Right,
one,
right.
where they're all like goofy. Not Teen Titans Go,
Right. Okay.
but Teen Titans.
Okay.
I really like that show.
Yeah, you got that.
It's good.
Dave, number 20, last pick.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh my God! I cannot believe I didn't think of Alvin. Dave!
You gotta,
Wait,
you gotta
that
slow
doesn't
that
work.
way down. Okay.
Yeah, man. I'll never forget the movie where they were smuggling the diamonds
Yeah,
and the
and the
dolls.
cash. Yeah, still core memory.
And then the
core
hot air
fucking
balloon
memory.
and shit, right? I remember watching
Dancing on
that
that
in kindergarten.
volcano.
Yep.
Yep.
I wonder, can you watch that movie? Like, is it possible to get that movie anywhere? I
It's
gotta
gotta
look it up.
be.
Now, this is the original watch out, because here we come.
Yep. On the tricycles with rainbows coming out
Yes.
the back
Okay.
and shit.
Yes. God, that was my core memory, was the theme song to that show just popping into my head.
I think that was like an originally owned property, and I think it still is. Like, I'm not positive, but I don't think.
Yeah, Bagsidarian is the ones
Yeah.
that produce it.
Yeah.
I had albums of theirs when I was a
Yes,
kid.
sure, yeah.
Chipmunk Punk was one of them where they sang like rock
Punk,
songs.
yeah.
Punk. They did a cover of I think "Call Me" by Blondie.
Yeah, I've
They
heard
did
that.
the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Fuck, I can't remember.
Running
But it's-
Down a Dream.
No, it was older than that. It was it'll come to me in a really inappropriate time later. But that's how I got introduced to a lot of like music was through.
Sure.
And there was one called Urban Chipmunk, which was them covering country songs, old school country songs. And God, those albums, I wore them the fuck out. It's one of those things like if I put them on right now, I would immediately know the order of the songs.
Right, sure.
And every word to every one of them. And then, of course, I also had the Christmas album.
Right.
Christmas, Christmas time is here.
Time for toys and
Me,
time
I
for
want
cheer.
a hula hoop. We can hardly. Okay,
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah,
I only
man.
know that from the Patton Oswalt bit. That is it.
Yeah, the Patton Oswalt bit's good. I'd heard the song as a kid though, and that's hula hoop just hits.
It do.
Good pick on that one, dude. I cannot believe I didn't think of it. That's awesome.
What's your 20, Ian?
Harley Quinn. The recent
Okay, yeah,
Harley
the
Quinn
new one.
cartoon on the WB. That is a really good show. It's funny. It's heartfelt. It's got some really good moments, and I really liked it. I've talked about it on the show.
Right, yeah, I remember. You
And
mentioned
when he mentioned John just mentioned something. What was your
Teen Titans.
when he mentioned Teen Titans? I was like, ooh, Harley Quinn, because I didn't want to leave that out. It actually qualifies as one of my top
Right, yeah,
top 20.
totally.
So good shit. We did 70.
Stock market just closed.
That's the end of the draft, everybody. 70. We picked 70 individual cartoon series between the four of us over the course of 2 weeks. That's insane. And there's more. I still have some on my list that I wrote down.
Well, John and I still have a 20th pick.
Oh, I thought you two started them. I'm sorry.
So yeah, we got
Reversing
even
the bell.
more.
I'll play the sound of the bell.
Sorry,
in
the
reverse.
stock
Yeah,
market
you gotta do
closed.
the bell later.
I guess.
I'm sorry.
I forgot
You have to
Dave was
wait
one. I
until
thought-
Monday.
My bad. Sorry.
So I have to claim one I've referenced way too many times on the show, which is Pro Stars, the cartoon starring Bo
Wow.
Jackson,
Oh,
Michael Jordan,
yes.
Wayne
and Wayne
Gretzky.
Gretzky. So Pro Stars.
Do you know that they called Wayne Gretzky and they were like, yo, we want you to be in a cartoon? He was like, this is Wayne Gretzky.
Are you sure?
Did you mean to call me?
Hey, sorry.
Okay.
When you said you'd reference it on the show, I thought you were going to go Turbo Teen.
Turbo Teen or Attack of the Killer Tomatoes are on my short list. But
Man, Turbo Teen was a weird show. It was a weird show.
I never saw
I saw
that
a
one.
TikTok of him turning into the car slowed down.
so
And it's
awful.
like the body horror that
It is awful.
Teen. The way his face slowly expands.
John, you got to look this up. Just look up the Turbo Teen transformation, and you'll know what we mean.
Okay.
It's about a teenager
Okay.
who could literally turn
into a car. Yeah, I think I've actually seen the thing you're talking about.
It's when his mouth gets really wide.
It turns into the grill on the front of the car.
It's
right?
like that old
Yeah.
Soundgarden video where everybody had all their
Black
big
Hole Sun?
Black Hole Sun and all the big grins. Just, ugh.
Yeah.
Immediately thought of Turbo Teen the first time I saw that.
I feel like
I get
all
that.
of these are probably taken. DuckTales, Rugrats.
No,
No, I got
no
Rugrats. Okay.
Rugrats.
There you go.
Ninja Turtles was my third one,
Yep.
but I'm sure
We
that
got
was
that
probably
one. I jumped all over that one.
Yeah, that.
But which
round
one?
3?
Huh?
But which
Oh,
one?
yeah,
There's so
there-
many
there were-
Ninja Turtles.
That's true. Oh
The
well, if I
Nickelodeon
could,
one
if I
was
could take,
real good.
is that the one you took?
No, I took the original with
Okay.
James Avery.
Okay, yeah, as Shredder.
Yeah.
Well, then if I can take a different Ninja Turtles as my 20th, I will
Totally.
take the 2011 Nickelodeon. Ninja
That's a great-
Turtles, which
that's a
is
great-
fucking solid,
Yeah,
man.
That's a great show.
Oh, the girls love it. Yeah.
It's a great show.
Now, has everybody picked
Yes.
all of their picks?
Close it.
Any more
Shut her
honorable
down.
mentions?
I had one on here that was that I thought was funny that I actually remember. One of them was Gummy Bear, so I don't think anyone picked
Gummy
I
Bears.
remember
So
that.
good.
Yes.
Bouncing here and there and everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
High adventure. Oh, I could go on.
Nice. I'm impressed.
Cat Dog.
Yes.
I
Okay.
loved Cat Dog and Punky Brewster. There was a Punky,
Punky
Brewster,
Brewster,
cartoon with a little magical friend called Glomer.
Yep.
There's one I just thought of that I should
She
have
actually
picked, but I
voiced
didn't
her
think about it.
character in the show too.
That reminds me of a cartoon I fucking loved, and if I had remembered it, I would have put it on my list.
Oh,
But Rainbow Bright.
fuck yeah,
Love
man!
the shit out of Rainbow Bright.
Rainbow Bright was great. I actually watched Strawberry Shortcake too. I liked
Now,
it.
Melissa loved Strawberry Shortcake.
Nikki did
I never
too.
watched.
I watched
never
all
saw,
the girl
I never
cartoons.
saw
I didn't
Rainbow
give a
Bright.
shit.
Like I don't remember ever seeing it.
I didn't
I've
choose
heard
Reboot.
people make references to it my whole life, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yep, it was there.
I thought about choosing
like
Reboot.
in the vein of
Anybody-
Care
You guys
Bears,
watch Reboot?
is that-
Reboot. I
something
thought
like
you,
that.
you mentioned Reboot.
I
last.
mentioned it, but
you
I
didn't.
didn't
It wasn't a
pick
pick.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh my God!
fuck,
Great,
Rocco.
great
Yeah.
honorable mention. That should have been in my list. I
It-
watched the shit out.
It
of
honestly
Rocco.
should have been on my list too, but I felt like I already picked a
Somebody-
Nicktoon, so I kind of wanted to.
Somebody get Courage the Cowardly Dog.
No, but I thought
No.
about
Wow.
That's a,
That's
that's
Invader
an
Zim.
honorable mention for
Invader
me.
Zim would have also been good on that line.
This
never saw any of
never
that. I heard it's great.
stops. It
But
never
it's good.
stops. I
it. Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
Holy
I had that. I saw that one. It was like,
Dangerous.
I had Earthworm Jim. That was a good cartoon.
God.
Yeah, I
The
thought about
Fairly
Earthworm
Odd
Jim, too.
Parents, just because that twist ending was so fucking good.
I never saw
that
the
is
end.
a good show.
Oh,
I didn't
man.
see the end either.
Did we spoil it?
Sure.
Yeah.
They asked Timmy what one of his wishes. They noticed nothing's changing. They asked Timmy, "What have all your wishes been?" He's like, "Oh, I wish that I would never grow any older. That none of us would ever grow any older, so I could keep my fairies forever." How long ago did you make this wish? 50 years ago.
Oh damn.
So they all flip out and have to undo it, and that was it.
Freakazoid was an honorable mention.
Freakazoid. Bonkers!
I don't,
Totally
Bonkers!
nuts.
Damn it.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
Oh my god, I love Bonkers.
Bonkers was that was. I feel like Bonkers was one of those shows where it's like, oh fuck, am I too old for this? That was one of those for me.
Yeah.
So I've got weird feelings about Bonkers.
Yep.
I'm kind of the same way with Rugrats. Like,
Makes sense.
I
I
watched Rugrats with my younger cousins because that's what they wanted to watch. So I just kind of watched it with them. But it wasn't.
I didn't like Rugrats.
It was one that I
was never
probably
fun.
wouldn't have watched. But I appreciate the fact that it
I
was
loved it.
very, very popular.
Yeah.
They loved it.
Man, I loved it at the time.
Biker Mice from Mars and Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
Street Sharks.
Street Sharks.
The Jetsons wasn't mentioned.
Woo boy.
That's a good pick. There was a Speed Buggy cartoon.
Wacky Racers. I thought about Wacky
Speed
Racers.
Buggy was in
but-
Wacky
yeah.
Racers.
Pole position.
There was
Anybody
a
ever
pole.
watch Pole
There was a
Position?
pole position.
I watched
cartoon.
that cartoon.
Captain
yeah.
Caveman. I didn't
God,
pick.
Captain Caveman, yeah.
I like Captain
Huckleberry
Caveman.
Hound.
Heathcliff.
Heathcliff.
Heathcliff was on my list for a minute, but I scratched it
I
off.
watched
Man, that
Heathcliff
lady
every
cat.
day.
Damn. Fuck, that
She was
lady-
high maintenance,
Damn.
but damn,
worth it.
worth it. Just give her your paycheck.
Fat Albert.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Yes,
Yeah.
I watched that every day, every Saturday morning. I don't know how I found the time to watch as much cartoons as I did, but I've seen just almost everything.
That's all we had.
You got a lot of free time when you're a kid.
Yeah, that's all. That's
Kind of like
that's
with
all we
video
had.
games. We've
Yeah.
said that. This would be great if I were fucking 13 and had nothing but time.
The
on
Back
my
to the
hands.
Future cartoon was good but weird. 'Cause
I never saw any of
It
it.
focused on the kids.
That's
Marty
That is a
That
weird
one's
take.
off my
The
radar.
kids at the end of 3, Doc's kids.
Okay.
Oh, the ones on the train.
Yeah.
That is a weird decision.
Jules and Vern.
Jules and Vern were the
Right.
main characters, and then the others were just side characters that would pop
Was
up.
there ever an Ernest cartoon? It seems like a thing that
God, I feel like there
surely
that
would have been.
would have
I've gotta look
existed.
that up.
You
Has to
saying
be.
Vern made me think of
We
it.
didn't bring up the Ed Grimley cartoon again.
We did, yeah.
Know what I mean, Vern?
What was Camp Candy?
Shit, yeah. I forgot about Camp Candy.
No,
Um,
No Ernest cartoon.
Wow. Somehow amazed by that.
Although it did mention the Frank and Ernest comic strip.
Frank and Ernest. I don't know about
Remember
that.
that
no,
one?
No,
Yeah,
no.
that was that's one I would have probably put on my comic strip draft.
Was it an Ernest?
No, it
P-Whirl?
was just called Frank and Ernest. It wasn't Ernest as you know it. It was just these two dudes.
Oh,
that were
okay.
like kinda,
Pirates of Darkwater. Anybody watch that?
yeah,
That was
I've heard of it. I didn't
hugely
watch
popular,
it.
and I didn't
really
watch
good.
it.
I
Really
only watched a few episodes, but did anybody pick? And they were good, but did anybody pick Gargoyles?
Ooh,
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't believe Tyler
Man,
didn't get
yeah, I
that one.
fucking
Because-
love the shit of Gargoyles.
Yeah.
I didn't think about
It has,
that.
Gargoyles
it
was
has Dark
good.
Will
Yeah.
Riker.
yes.
Jonathan
Because
Frakes.
Gargoyles was just that was so different.
Yeah.
It was like the Batman animated series was
Yeah.
kind of dark, you
Yeah.
know, for a kids show.
That was a great show.
Angry Beavers. Who's Angry? You love
Yeah.
Angry Beavers.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Ed,
Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Holy shit.
Johnny Bravo. I didn't
Johnny
say
Bravo.
Johnny
Oh, yeah.
Quest.
Johnny
Yeah.
Quest. Yeah.
Brings me back to Venture Brothers.
What's that show you liked? Adventures of Tintin.
Oh yeah, Tintin.
Yeah.
Tintin.
Yeah, Tintin was cool.
Johnny Quest. Made me think about that.
Yeah.
I turned on I think it was 1983 GI Joe for my kids the
Yes.
other day, and like it was. My youngest one was into it for like maybe 15 minutes.
Why aren't they hitting anybody?
Right, and he was like,
Are they using lasers?
that was what got him, I think, because he was like, those look like real guns, but they're not shooting bullets. I was like, no, they're not. They're shooting lasers. It's the future.
Are you gonna buy any or not?
But that's an F-14 shooting lasers.
Yeah, see, the only thing that actually did evolve was the guns. Everything else stayed the same.
which I think is hilarious because it's like opposite of Cowboy Bebop, where it's like they have lasers, they have spaceships that shoot lasers, but they still carry handguns and machine guns and stuff, and Uzis.
Thing about G.I. Joe, when the movie came out, there was a G.I. Joe movie for the animated series. It was the first time blood was ever shed on that cartoon. Duke took a bullet and there was actual blood.
No shit.
But after all that time, that's the only time anyone ever got actually shot. And I mean, that's literally all they did is shoot at one another.
Yeah, that's one of my. It's one of my.
single combat.
I've been meaning to try to find that shirt again that I saw online. That was like it was like a pie chart, sort of turned at an angle, so it's 3D, and it just said, what is it? oh my god, I can't remember what the tagline from the show.
The more you know, or
something's half the
knowing is half. Now you know, and knowing is.
It said knowing is half the battle, and there was a big half of the pie chart, and it was white, and it said the other half is red and blue lasers.
Oh, no one picked Lower Decks.
Oh. I am so fucking disappointed with myself right now. God damn it.
I am too.
And like they literally just did one of the greatest episodes of Star Trek ever.
Yeah.
And it was a crossover between Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds. It was fucking beautiful. Like
I cannot believe we didn't. One of us didn't get.
oh
that
my
one.
God.
Well, Doug.
Almighty.
Doug. Doug.
Or Bebe's Kids.
I guess that was a movie.
Was it a
Does
show?
that count?
Was that a show?
I didn't know. I don't
It was
know.
animated.
It was a cartoon. It just said cartoons. It didn't say cartoon shows. Could have been movies, I suppose.
I guess Pinky and the Brain had its own standalone
It did.
show.
It did.
It did?
Yep.
Wait,
Oh, I didn't know
Sure
that.
did.
It was short lived, but it definitely had its own show. Or, yeah, it did. Yeah.
SpongeBob. No one said SpongeBob.
Yeah, I didn't watch a lot. I love the memes.
yeah,
love
I-
the SpongeBob memes.
I
Haven't
aged
seen much.
out of
Haven't seen much
SpongeBob. Like,
SpongeBob.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I watched At It with Miles. He was really into SpongeBob.
My
And
kids
Cohen liked SpongeBob for the longest time, but I just stopped. It's not that I didn't like it. I just stopped.
Yeah, my kids watched
Giving
it,
a
but
shit.
they didn't get like really into it,
Yeah.
you know. So I didn't watch a lot of it with them.
No, I guess it's another one that kind of straddles that line. No one said Pokemon.
Now my kids have watched a fuck
Yeah.
ton of Pokemon. I just haven't really paid. I just really didn't pay attention to that one. Very
That does straddle the line. Because I don't know. That one to me, it's I guess because when it came out, I wasn't watching Saturday morning cartoons, so I don't know where it ran. Like I remember watching it for the first time when like
I want to
with
say
a
it was just
tape-
syndicated,
a
like
tape full of anime.
like
so
they just showed it on whoever bought it. the
like on
rights.
a cable, like on
Yeah,
a
like a
cable
talk show might be,
right?
yeah.
All Real Monsters.
Yeah,
I loved that show.
yeah. I like
How would
that
we
one,
have felt
too.
about Celebrity Deathmatch? It's not really
but
animation.
it's
It's
Sure,
claymation.
it's claymation. Yeah,
So Gumby, same thing.
Gumby. I mean, if it was good, sure.
It's Afghanistan animation.
There's a RoboCop cartoon.
Damn.
Yeah, RoboCop is a weird fucking IP because that like movie
Yeah.
was definitely not for kids, and then they were like, "Kids love this shit. What can we do?
He's half robot.
Cartoon, toys, fuck."
To this day, RoboCop is one of the most violent and vulgar fucking movies I've seen in a long time. I mean, it is real bad.
I haven't seen any of the sequels because
I've
there's like
seen all
a
of
2
them.
and a 3, right? And then and then the remake. Yes,
Yeah, they did a remake too recently. It was okay. It was pretty
people
good.
were
Who was-
mad
who
that
was
he was
in that?
not Chrome. He was in a black suit.
Yeah,
now.
it was a cool.
I thought
It was
looked
like
cool. I
a
didn't-
polished black
Yeah.
carbon fiber type
Who
of
played
thing.
RoboCop in the new reboot?
I don't remember. I'll have to look.
Probably
I
The
didn't.
Rock.
I don't know if it was somebody
Who the fuck
famous,
knows?
like or well known.
No, you couldn't see his
I should
face, so it
say.
wasn't The Rock.
Let's see.
No one said Tom and Jerry
Yeah, that's true.
I have
Wow.
actually Tom and Jerry written down
on your short
right
list.
there. I never called it because I picked things I liked better. But I love Tom and Jerry.
Silver Surfer apparently had a cartoon one season.
Popeye.
Popeye, yes, I watched a lot of Popeye.
What else did
Or
we
if you're
say?
John, Popeye.
My Little Pony. No one claimed My Little
Popeye?
Pony.
I've
Either
always
version.
say Popeye.
I do.
Every time I've ever heard you say Popeye, you've said it.
Say
like
Popeye real
Popeye.
quick.
Well, now I can. Now,
Popeye.
Popeye.
It's weird. I've noticed.
like
that.
if I'm talking about like the chicken place, I say pie pie. I don't.
Not that like.
Okay.
Not that
Popeye.
like enunciated.
Oh, Ian, I want to go into the Popeye. Voltron. You guys watch Voltron
shit.
I
people?
didn't watch any of Voltron.
Yes, I did watch.
That's
Voltron.
another one that straddles the anime.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
that's
Oh,
just-
yeah.
that's literally pieced out like anime.
That would probably, you're right. I think that would.
But I don't know.
probably
I mean,
go
it was
more anime.
repackaged and sent out to
Yeah,
American
like-
audiences. That's
I
something
watched
completely
the
different.
shit out of Voltron, and I never thought of it as anime.
Right, yeah.
You know, but now looking back on it, I'm like, yeah, probably anime. You know?
It was like several anime series that they cut
Oh,
and
that they-
chopped and pieced together.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
So there
didn't
was
realize
actually
they did
work
that.
went
Okay.
in on the whether or not you consider that, you know.
Hey, I mean,
Did y'all ever see the Suicide Squad? The
Yu-Gi-Oh, but I
the
guess that
movie?
also straddles anime.
The
I
most
never saw any
recent movie.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
not the
either.
most recent one. I saw I think the first one.
The guy that plays Rick Flag in Suicide Squad is the guy that was RoboCop, like the leader of the group. But other than that, it's kind of hard to identify.
I was hoping it was gonna be like John Travolta or something.
For you to say Batman animated series and me not immediately go, oh, Batman Beyond. Should have done that. Batman Beyond was great.
I never saw any Batman Beyond.
Oh,
Batman
man,
and
really
Robin.
good.
Batman and Robin, yeah, which was kind of like
The old 60s cartoon. Like the old one.
oh.
Or the 70s.
Because they did a
Yeah.
Batman and Robin that was like a continuation of the animated series.
No, I'm talking about there was an old Batman and Robin cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one.
Rage, the critic. Forgot
Oh my
about
God,
the critic.
yes.
The critic.
Duckman!
Duckman!
Dr. Katz! Home movies!
Oh, movies.
Fuck.
I gotta have a
Alright.
question. Did anyone take The Simpsons?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I
took
thought
that.
so.
That
I
was-
thought
Yeah,
so.
that,
That was my first
early.
pick.
Yeah, that was.
I
a
felt
early
like
pick.
it was, and I was like,
When did Futurama go? Like that had to go real high, right?
It didn't. I think I got it on.
Didn't?
I think I got it on 5.
9. You got it on 9.
Oh, and 9.
Damn.
I know, right?
I had it on my paper, but Dave beat me to it, so it would have been my 9 or
We
8
we
or
had
9.
this discussion at work the other day. It was like sort of a little bit of a hot take. Like the three of us that were talking were all like, "Yeah, I like Futurama better than Simpsons."
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
We literally
it's a
said
great.
that.
100%.
The Simpsons is
Yeah.
a great show, but yeah, I like
We said that
Futurama
last
better.
week. I mean,
Did you?
that was
Okay.
kind of why I got into that conversation.
Oh,
because
okay.
we had just talked
Sherlock
about it.
Holmes in the 22nd century. Have you heard of this?
No.
It does sound familiar.
So he is resurrected to solve crimes in the 22nd century.
Who
Please.
resurrects him?
let me die.
I feel like it's future Scotland Yard or some shit, like way in the future.
If they
and
have the
bring him
capability
back.
of doing that, they don't even need to solve crimes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like some Minority Report shit. You know? It's like,
Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Right. I thought about Sonic,
Yeah.
but it's like, man, there's so many to choose from, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, yeah. I watched it, but I mean, am I gonna go with that or Animaniacs?
Right.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
Got to pick your battles.
but I like, Jaleel White.
Excel
Sonic?
Saga it's anime, but that's the anime I was thinking about the other day that Leva watched. I couldn't remember the name of
Oh,
it.
okay.
Excel Saga. All right. Well, you guys want to take some calls?
Sure,
Like 2 calls?
sure. I'm so mad I didn't do Dr. Katz, man.
Yeah.
God,
Yep.
I watched the shit out of
Yep.
that. That's the first time I heard Ray Romano in my life, Dave Chappelle in my life. I mean, Sarah Silverman, I'm almost
Yeah.
positive.
Louis C.K. Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Gaffigan. So, I mean, it's just like, man, I used to watch that. That used to be part of the fucking high school routine on Sunday night was I watched this and then I go to bed. The Critic, Dr. Katz, and
Yep.
then I go to bed.
Did you watch Pound Puppies as a kid?
Of course I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I totally
of course
forgot.
I
I
did.
totally forgot they existed.
remember
Of
that
course I
The
did.
Pound Puppies.
I thought about them when we were, but I was like, man, all I remember about that cartoon is that gray dog with the shades. I think his name was Spike.
Yep.
That's all I remember. Couldn't tell you the premise of a single episode. They were probably like, I hope we get adopted.
This week, none of us got adopted again. All right, we ready to do some calls?
Yes.
We ready to
Calls.
start tackling the
Yes.
mountain of Michelle, terrified
Yes.
Michelle calls?
Yes.
One chip away since
Yeah.
it's 9:45.
Yikes. Yes. How long was our draft? When did we start?
that was a long draft, guys.
That's
It was over an hour.
An hour. It's an hour and 13
Let's
minutes.
knock this draft out real quick, boys.
All right, 30 calls for Michelle. Go.
I know it'd
If
be
you-
an editing
if-
feat, but can we
if
just
you
play them
put-
all and do it at
if-
20 times speed?
I
I
told
was fixing to say,
John.
dude, if you put Terrified Michelle on anything more than 1.5x, you'll tear a hole in the space-time continuum.
So what you guys do your podcast on? We always talked about cartoons for an hour. We named a bunch of them. Like about 100 cartoons. We have literally named 100 cartoons.
Robot
in the last-
chicken,
easily.
robot chicken, and robot
Chicken.
chicken count.
Kablam.
Time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking into the future.
Do.
You guys remember this 60-year-old cartoon?
It's fine, but I have to tell you, well, people are terrible at accents, but I really have to tell you that I'm fairly certain that most of us who are not Southern think that the majority of all Southern accents sound the same. They probably have a little bit of differences, but since we're not around Southern accents all the time, we just think they all sound the same all across the board. There might be a little bit of difference for those people in knowledge. That's about it. We think we all have the same Southern accent across the board. Southern. There's no difference. So when you're like, Tennessee accent, and I'm all like, isn't that a Kentucky accent? Isn't that a Texas accent? What are you talking about? It's not the same. So yeah, also Californians don't think they have an accent, but I guess that's true of everybody who doesn't realize they have an accent.
SNL has a skit about it called The
And
Californians.
I thought that Bill's accent was great in Twilight, but apparently I was wrong in his house. Not Southern Louisiana is a lot, so apparently I really like fake Southern accents.
God, I had forgotten about that shit. Bill Compton.
Sucker! Sucker! No, sucker! You stay away from Eric, sucker!
The literal reason I paused that call was just holding my breath until Tyler did exactly what he just did. I knew it was coming.
I'm the king of Louisiana, sucker!
Man, you got it. Like, you got it.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
All right, wait.
Lafayette was the only one that had a believable accent
I
on that
love
show.
Lafayette. And he died in the first book. He was such a popular character.
Yeah, I heard that. They were just like, nah. Nah, they like him a lot. We're not killing him off.
Keep him alive. This call continues.
And the girl in that Netflix show about the Russian girl who pretended to be an Arab but wasn't, and fooled everybody.
All right, now
Captain Planet.
I don't want to hear. Oh my God!
He's our hero.
Wow. The show that Michelle's referencing is Inventing Anna.
Okay, yeah.
And it's the girl from Ozark that plays the other one. And there's a whole really complicated story about how she developed that accent, and she is doing an accurate approximation of the accent that the real woman she's portraying did. So take that.
Like, that one, I thought she had a terrible Russian accent.
What did I just say?
I might be wrong, and she might actually have a good one, and I...
What did I just
See,
say?
now you got me thinking about Ruthie from Ozark and that particular accent. Like, that is a Southern accent, but that is a like
too
that's
much.
yeah. She was laying into that one real heavy.
All right.
Family dog.
Eek the cat.
I just don't know what Russians sound like, or maybe I'm just right in the first place. Not sure. That's all. Bye, guys.
Is it all?
Yes, I'm always in my car. Get over it.
Is it all? Is that all? I think not.
Hey, I mean,
Okay,
we
I'm
have to
gonna lay
address
on
the
her
accent thing, right? I mean, I feel like we have to.
I feel like we did.
Well, no, she was saying like she thinks they all sound the same, but like being, I guess, from the South, I don't think they all sound the
They
same.
do not
at all.
sound the
Like,
same.
Like, somebody from Alabama sounds different to me than someone from Louisiana or even Kentucky. Like,
Michelle, you're being terribly reductive, and I'm offended right now. Not really. I just don't care. Next. All right, here we go.
We all sound
on this
dumb.
fuck, marry, kill. You marry a bag of holding because I really, really want one. You fuck what is it, portable hole, because of course, and they're useful. And I'm not even a dude, but I mean, think about it. And you kill the super fast shoes or whatever the hell they are because I don't like running. Who likes running? What the hell? I don't care if they make me faster. I'd still be running.
So if you're wearing the super fast shoes, do they run for you or do you just
Teen Wolf.
run? Teen Wolf. Damn.
Yeah.
That was a terrible show. It was like Turbo Teen. Anything
Yeah.
with the word teen in it, I think, is probably already bad.
Josie and the Pussycats.
Josie and the fucking Pussycats.
There was Archie,
That was that
Archie was too.
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Yep. I used to watch a cartoon. It was like Interstellar High or Galaxy High, where
Clone High.
Well, it was something like the main character was from Earth, and there was a bunch of aliens in high school.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about this
Yeah,
show,
yeah.
and I don't think we ever figured out what the fuck it was.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah. Wow.
Are y'all listening to the calls, or are you just trying to think of more cartoons?
Snorks.
I'm listening.
The Snorks.
The Snorks.
Oh my God! I even said the Smurf.
I know.
Yeah, we forgot the
God
Snorks.
damn it!
Jabberjaw.
Holy shit! It never stops.
Huckleberry Hound.
I said that one
Oh
earlier.
damn.
Fraggle Rock count?
Nah,
That's
that's a puppet.
puppets.
Muppets.
Just live action. Let's do another call while we think about it.
I was just doing my Mitch McConnell impression.
Here's my weigh-in on favorite serial killers. Okay, I have a list of favorite horrible, terrible things, but there's a reason behind it, aside from me being an evil mad scientist.
Literally.
My favorite serial killer is Jack the Ripper because nobody knows who the hell he is. I mean, he's the most compelling, most interesting. Sure, he's overdone, but they don't know who he is. Still. And then after that's the Zodiac. Because they don't know who he is, and I want to know. And my interest in serial killers is I want to know their backstory. What made you do this? It's not an excuse because other people were raised the same way, dropped on their head, had their mothers molest them or whatever, and don't turn out that to be serial killers.
That you know.
But it's at least an explanation that I go, oh.
Can you pause
so
it
I
again?
The Wild Thornberries.
Oh, I hated that show. Did not like it.
Ted Cruz is the Zodiac killer. I think we've all proven that. That's a known thing. So
I will
they know who the
support
Zodiac
this
killer
wholeheartedly.
is. Okay, that's
You good?
because I have no desire to kill multiple people.
Rocket power.
Or most.
Casper, the friendly ghost.
Holy shit.
Richie Rich.
Richie Rich.
Richie Rich.
Really anybody. As far as I know. Okay. Then I have a favorite dictator, Vladimir Putin. Don't get me wrong, the man's a piece of shit. Hopefully somebody takes him.
This call was made in 2022.
Oh, wow.
Out. Not going to be me, not going to be me. Don't want to kill him. And if the government is listening, well, do something about it, assholes. Anyway. So, but
If only they had.
But he's finally up there that he's at that paranoid level and that he thinks he's better than everybody level, that he's going to be taken down. It's finally there.
Recess.
Favorite virus, HIV, because
Favorite virus.
Favorite virus?
But how are you going Putin? If you're going politician, how are you going Putin over Pol Pot?
Well,
Pol Pot killed 1 million people and ate some of them.
yeah, that's
Yeah. But not all of them.
Not all of them. That would have been really impressive.
I mean, I think Stalin's got a higher body count than Pol Pot. But I don't know that he ate it.
Not all of his own citizens.
Are we not maybe she's referring to like currently alive?
Maybe,
dictators?
yeah. I
Because
think,
I mean Hitler.
yeah, I mean,
If you're gonna go for the worst, I'll tell you about it after the show.
Okay.
Going for the worst of the worst, you feel like he's gonna top the
I
list.
feel like she's probably saying like current dictators like Kim Jong Un, Putin,
yeah.
The CIA.
fucking guy in shit.
Mitch McConnell.
Venezuela. What's his name? Fucking can't remember his name. Yeah, it's Mitch
powers
McConnell.
for good. And I know that's a mad scientist thing. But think about it. It can do some amazing shit. And we could do some amazing shit if you really looked into it. It's just my favorite one. Favorite worm is Platyhelminthes, just because it's fun to say Platyhelminthes. Favorite bacteria is E. coli, because it's fascinating. It's in our bodies. It's in food. It works with you
C. diff,
in your
dog.
gut, but once you die, it becomes opportunistic, and then it eats you itself. I mean, fascinating things, okay? So I have a list of terrible things that I find fascinating and I guess are my favorite, but not in the, oh my god, I love them, I want to marry them. I would never fuck, marry, kill any of those things. Never. I'm
But
just
you
saying.
kill them.
Did you know
I
that
mean,
Michelle was a Bond villain? Because I'm pretty sure Michelle's a Bond villain.
All right.
Star versus the Forces of Evil.
God, that's a good one. Fuck.
Yeah, Henry and I used to watch
God,
that
that
one
is a
too.
good show.
Yeah, so many. What's weird is
Best fucking theme song ever.
yeah, it's great, right?
Yes.
The number of people that ship them, like on the internet, was kind of like alarming because it's like these are children doing.
To be clear, I know this is a message
She-Ra.
to say, but I must.
Go ahead.
I am a fabulous and very proud elder
No, really.
millennial liberal snowflake.
I was talking about doing this anyway. I did on the way to pick up the thing earlier. I said I was just going to play Michelle's calls. in the
Little
background.
Bear, Franklin the Turtle, possibly Blue's Clues. I don't know if we'll allow that.
Ooh, that's it.
What is necessary,
Wonder
Russia?
Pets.
Whoa, yeah.
Man, y'all watched a lot. Like I thought I watched a lot of cartoons. Damn.
No, I don't want
I like cartoons.
Yeah, man. I am impressed.
Certain
Like,
segments of Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Was there?
Cowboy Curtis would always bring in a cartoon.
That is true.
Another person, like some sort of really fancy assassin, go down in his 14-story bunker and take him out. But yeah. And no, I don't have anything against the people in the military.
The Mighty
They're doing
Ducks.
their job. They're protecting our country. That's fine. On an individual level, of
Where
course.
they were giant mutated ducks playing hockey.
I don't know what she said about the military, but there's like definitely some shit back
Every
in the military.
one of these calls was made on the same day.
Wait, all 30?
Not all 30, but
Everyone that we've played so far?
there's shit that goes into the wee hours. So, I mean, we're technically talking within a 24-hour period, no sleep.
What about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Because if we're counting
It's a
the
special,
Charlie
right?
Brown specials, then
Yeah. Well, there was a
I'm
Charlie Brown
very sorry
series
that
that
I
ran
said
for a
you were
couple
not
of
a
years.
What?
I don't remember
I
that.
don't remember that either.
Yeah, it's like
and I'm very, very
like
glad you're a host.
83 to
I think you're a
85 or
great
something like
addition.
that.
Wow.
And I think at
She's
first
talking about me
I
now. So y'all-
wasn't sure how long you were going to stay on, but now I think you're permanent, and I hope that's true. But
She's right.
Thank you.
originally you had just said that your wife wanted you to get out of the house sometime.
Yes, she did.
And so you're like, fine.
I ran with
hang
it.
out with Tyler and Dave and their podcast. So I was all like, what if that changes?
I was
And
like,
it
you
was
want me
only
out of the
2
house?
months. I
I'll show you out of the house.
maybe
I'll go
after
once a
2
week,
months, you were
forever.
For hours.
So, but you're a host, and I'm glad you're a host.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm a
Oh,
host
and
too.
that was a raspberry. You don't remember taking that call from a while ago, but I did a raspberry. I did not fart in a jar. But if you think it was a ghost pepper,
Stop
I only
lying.
ever
Stop lying.
send you guys Texas meat, human meat, and only ever send you.
Didn't Kid and
Georgia
Play have a cartoon?
I think
Yes.
they did.
Yes, they
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
I
know
can't
they had a
tell the
comic.
difference,
Wow.
as you know, but I consult people who give me that meat to send to you. Okay, bye.
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 That's a good one to end it on.
Do the thing.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, not Stitcher, not SoundCloud, but yes to Spotify, Google Play, Audible, all over the place. Just Google TADPOG. There's a lot more stuff. Next week, what's our game next week?
Sim Ants.
Samant. But most importantly, we got that Patreon.
John's face. I'm trying to read it. I'm like, I can't. It's hard. It's a
Sim
tough one.
Ant?
Sim Ant.
I'm enjoying it so far a whole lot. I'm loving it.
Me too.
I'm glad
I've-
we have 2 whole weeks to play this good, awesome game.
I've definitely started it.
Girl, same. Patreon.com/tadpog or pisstasters.com. Give us money, for fuck's sake. Usurper Grimm, Cousin David Galino, Plinko, Nick Price, Cubicle Monkey, Cthusiast, Jeff Miners, Master Cycle Baron, Kevin Link, Joseph Phillips, Gamebug Prime, Nathan Eaton, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, Louisville Correspondent, Princess Consuela, Banana Hammock, Flavor Trick, Taryn Dahl. Congratulations on your marriage and your ridiculously long title. Pinball Airplane Archmage, Chris Edler. We're sorry you couldn't be on this episode. Platinum member Brett Miller, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Nate from Utah, first time caller, Drink Smith, Joey Webster, Dig Dougie, Derek Pope Sandwich, and Cody Phillips. John, do you know what all of those people have in common?
I believe they donate $20 or more a month to the show and are thus considered executive producers.
God, I love it.
And they all watched Incredible Crash Test Dummies.
Oh, man. Yes.
It just doesn't stop. It does not
I have additional thanks to extend to Backlog Banisher Dane. I'm getting your stuff together today, I promise. I'm going to send y'all some stuff. I got a few people to send stuff to. But Dane puts our show on YouTube every week for some fucking reason. If you'd like to
He's a
talk to
lovely
us,
man.
he is a lovely man. If you'd like to talk to us,
Barnyard.
get on the conversation with
He
us.
loves Tailspin.
Did you say Barnyard?
We covered
Barnyard.
Tailspin.
Oh, you did? Okay.
You want to talk
Glad
to
somebody
us?
got that one.
You want to talk to us? Get on bit.ly/tadpog Discord. Join the Discord. Get in on the conversation.
And then you too can interrupt Ian.
That's right.
I'm waiting for him to stop talking. It's not
talking a lot.
It's not interrupting. It's. I'm not listening to a thing he says. I'm just waiting for the words so I can jump in and
Yes.
say go too. It's not
okay,
interrupting.
yes.
It's different. Okay.
I got
It's
you.
for the show. It's a bit. That's
Yeah.
what we all. It's just a bit.
It's just a bit. It's not.
Saying everything's a bit. Fuck. That's it. That's all I got. I think. Did I forget anything?
I don't think so.
Pisstasters.com. Right.
I did say that.
Okay.
But there
Oh.
may have been a name of a cartoon being yelled over it. But
Castlevania.
That's a newer
Yeah,
one, but
Netflix
it's a good
adaptation.
solid.
Yep.
I keep thinking there's one that there's one I'm trying to think of and I can't remember what it'll come to me after we stop recording.
Wasn't Little
Naturally.
Bits a cartoon?
Little
Weird
Bits.
Little Bits.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Little
Little
people.
Bits?
They're little
I don't know
people.
That one.
Little People.
And what's the theme song?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Best by Anamanaguchi.
Close.
Not these ones.
Close.
Well,
For about 28 of them, it
Oh.
was.
I remember. It's Moves by Sycamore Drive. A link to that track can be found in the show notes at tadpog.com.
Donkey Kong.
Grape Ape.
Grape Ape. Grape Ape.
Pac-Man.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Fucking Pac-Man.
Fucking
Holy
With his fucking
shit.
cigar and fucking hat.
The way he would like just kind of go.
I'm Pac-Man. That's what you all thought it sounded like, right? Video game. I got kids and I hate my wife.
The honeymooners,
I'm out
but as
here.
a circle.
I'm out here eating all these fucking dots all day. What do they got for me when I get home? Fucking nothing. Fucking video games and rock and roll music.
Let's make our own Pac-Man.
Yeah,
I think we
let's
can
do
do it.
Like a radio play.
Oh man, we gotta hire an
Only
animator.
just-
we got.
No, it's just
Spare
radio
no
play.
expense.
This is Pac-Man. Imagine Pac-Man saying these things.
All right, I have an idea. Go to ChatGPT, write me a 20-page Pac-Man radio play, and just see what happens.
Yes. All right.
Woody Woodpecker.
Oh yeah.
Ba-da-da-da.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Speedy was like part of Merry Melodies. I don't think that did he have
Okay.
his own show? I don't think that he had his own show.
That's a good point.
They
That's
did.
a
They
good point.
repackaged a bunch of them where it was like Speedy Gonzalez presents, or you know what I
Yeah, he
mean.
was
But it was
like-
all like the.
The host.
Right.
Of the,
Aladdin had a great cartoon on Disney.
oh
Yeah, I didn't see any of that.
I'm trying to remember. Did any of you guys watch the Looney Tunes show that like wasn't like that old? Like, I want to think maybe like sometime in the mid 2000s, late 2010s.
It was straight up Looney Tunes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm almost sure that it was just called Looney Tunes.
I know what you're talking about. There was some like I remember they used to show like montage movies of Looney Tunes where like there was one, it was like a full-length movie, and like Bugs Bunny, it was with him sitting by the pool.
Oh,
wearing
yeah.
his, like,
Oh,
Hugh
yeah, I know the
Hefner
one you're
robe.
talking about this.
But
Yeah,
it would
yeah,
like
yeah.
he would go back and like reminisce,
Right.
and then they would
They would
play
cut-
some of the old shorts.
Yeah, it was like 2011 or something like that.
Remember when we did SWAT Cats?
SWAT Cats.
SWAT Cats.
I just mostly remember that particular
Beetlejuice.
show because
Go
it
Bots.
had
Go Bots.
Man, I'm mad I
Beetlejuice.
missed Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Go Bots.
Beetlejuice. That was like middle school. I would go home and watch Beetlejuice.
I wanted Do Me
Yeah,
so
man.
fucking badly. Man. Bucky O'Hare.
Oh, that one.
We did an episode, an episode of our podcast on another podcast over Bucky O'Hare.
Yeah, that's true. It's a pretty good NES game.
All right. How you guys want to close it out?
As
Our favorite
my
cartoon.
favorite Battletoad.
Ooh. Okay. So until next time.
I just made that up. I've never
Yeah,
seen
I've
that.
never
That was
seen
that yellow
Battletoads,
one.
I don't know.
I was Professor Condor, I think is his name.
Tropical Capricorn.
You're the sexy lady frog?
Yeah, I'm the queen of darkness or whatever.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cuphead was a good show.
Cuphead was
I haven't
a good
seen
show.
that. I want to watch it with
It's a
Kenna, but I haven't
little
watched
it's
it
a
yet.
little mean. But
is.
but it's one of those because like Henry and I started watching it and then we both were just kind of like, oh, okay. I mean, that was fun.
It's fine.
Yeah, it was yeah.
I mean, that's what I was at. You know, it was good. It was okay.
Which
It
I
was
think the
fine.
meanness kind of like captures the spirit of the time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I could tell he wasn't digging it as much as me.
What's that Netflix girl? The Netflix show about the girl who would get witches out of the wishing tree.
Oh,
Kenna
that's
loved it.
um
True in the
yeah,
Rainbow Kingdom.
That's right.
She-Ra. I called He-Man and I didn't get She-Ra.
She-Ra.
Princess of Power. There was a Princess of Power cartoon back in the day alongside He-Man, but then they brought it back in Netflix form recently.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Forgot about that.
Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol. Oh my God, man.
I have watched so much
Dude,
Paw Patrol.
God, man.
Fucking Paw Patrol
We had
makes me want to fucking blow my brains out, man.
Then they'd have to send out one of those cute little puppies to
I know.
resuscitate you.
Yeah, there's probably a corner dog, right? There's a.
They don't talk. They don't
They don't talk about the corner dog.
He's a Saint Bernard.
And the filing clerk. They have a filing clerk
Yeah,
dog. And
yeah.
yeah.
God, we had so many
Administrative
public books.
assistant.
A meter reader, dog. Yeah, we need all of these things. Just because they don't have a big flashy car
Yeah.
that flies and shit.
Big Mouth. I love Big Mouth.
Yeah, Big Mouth.
All right. I'm sure we got a
Okay.
stinger somewhere. Thanks for our weird episode, you guys.
Yeah.
Is it cool to stop? Can I stop? I got to isolate my 19 seconds of silence so Truncate Silence doesn't get it
For the Mitch McConnell.
for the Mitch McConnell bit.
The Adventures of Jackie Chan.
The Adventures of Jackie Chan.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Yes.
I still can't. I mean, there's Superman. Was there a Superman cartoon?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't Super Friends?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one, but like Lex Luthor is ambiguously racial.
I was thinking of the Fleischer ones from like
That's what I was
from
thinking.
the way back. Those are real fucking great
Yes.
cartoons.
Yes.
Those are amazing. We're fucking. It's like back in the times where it's like, what would Superman fight? A big robot? Yeah,
Sure,
that.
let's make that happen.
and it's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Have you seen the Roast Me subreddit?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I haven't I've seen a few. Like,
That's
come
one I don't
across my-
understand.
I don't get it either.
I
It's
really don't. I
like, man,
truly
I-
don't understand.
I
it.
want to feel bad about myself.
I mean, it's like the,
People are masochistic sometimes. They
and
do. They
and
want to get
the,
that shit.
A lot of the people posting, like, I'll see it, I'll be like, homie, why did you do this? like, come on, man. You gotta have you have to be masochistic. You have to be. Either that or there's no self-awareness.
No.
Because it's
No, it's not self-awareness. It's masochism. It has to be masochism. I feel like I look pretty normal, and I wouldn't post my shit
Fuck
on there. I
God,
wouldn't post
no.
my face on there.
no, fuck no.
Get a bad haircut or something. Roast me.
And there's some people out there straight up like, I don't know, man. You woke up and made a bad decision today.
Yeah, you did. Amy Prudence. I have got that shit stuck hard.
Wedged in your brain.
A Tina Turner earwig.
Still don't like Tina Turner.
I don't want to hear your shit.
You don't like Tina Turner?
I don't want to hear.
don't
I don't want to hear it from you.
Why don't you like Tina Turner? You more of an Ike guy?
Yeah, yeah. What are you
Neither.
saying, John?
Just in another place. That's all. That's
I just don't like her music. I just never have. Like,
I didn't as a kid. I definitely didn't get it when she was, when I was hearing her music
yeah.
as a child.
2-year-old Sinead O'Connor passed away yesterday.
Is that why I've been seeing her on everything recently? I
She's
didn't
had a
know that.
rough go of it, but yeah, she passed away. They didn't say how.
Man. They
Pope.
said, dude, they
Pope
said
got her.
yeah.
Pope John Paul came back from the dead.
He is a pope.
Got her.
They do it for a reason.
He is one step under Jesus. I mean,
they
they
said
have each
that
other's
she had like a
numbers.
17-year-old kid who killed herself or killed
yeah,
himself.
he did. Her son committed
that long
suicide a
ago.
while ago.
I didn't know that.
She was like gone into kind of a depression, and then
Said
they
she had,
picked her up.
Converted to Islam.
She's
like,
converted
just-
to Islam, all that stuff. But yeah, she died. Mitch McConnell almost fucking died yesterday.
Did you see that
which
shit?
was-
Oh my god!
it was so close to being a great day.
Have you seen it? Like the video
Where he
of
just
him?
locks up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Like what the fuck?
That was the best fucking thing I've seen in a long time.
weird.
I'm just saying.
It's like, man.
And yo, it was like the top 10 posts on the front page of Reddit was Mitch McConnell. It's like everybody is waiting for him to die.
The one that I saw that it was just like, man, I just love it that we're governed by all these geriatrics. It's like,
Suddenly, healthcare does matter to Mitch McConnell.
oh, shit, he ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
That's what the meme. That's what I was quoting the
He's
meme.
got the best healthcare in the world.
Oh,
I know it doesn't. Yeah, he's gonna go off and get treated with the best, finest everything, and then come back and try to destroy healthcare
yeah.
for everyone else.